Hello, dear students. My name is Gordana Vidovich. Let's talk about simple present and simple past passive today. I hope that you will enjoy it. What will you learn at the end of this class? I think that you will be able to convert active to passive, to recognize passive voice in speech and text, to use passive in everyday English. Dragi učenici, nadam se da ćete na kraju ovog časa umeti da pretvorite aktivnu rečenicu u pasivnu, da ćete moći da prepoznate pasiv u svakodnevnom govoru i pisanom tekstu, da ćete moći da koristite pasiv i u onim situacijama u kojima ste mislili da je to nemoguće. Zato sam za vas pripremila jednu pesmicu u kojoj ćete vidjeti da čak i u stihovima imate i aktivne i pasivne rečenice. Let's start with listening to the song. Enjoy yourselves. Okay, do you like this song? What do you think? Is this verse inactive or passive? I sing the song. If you say active, you are right. Subject does the action. What about the next verse? The song is sung by me. If you say passive, you are right. Focus is on the object. So we get the process of forming passive by singing two verses, active verse and passive verse. I sing the song is sung by me. Do you like my singing? Okay. After music, it's time for food. Do you like cakes? Is there anybody on this planet who doesn't like cakes? In the first picture, somebody is making a cake. In the other picture, the cake is already made or finished by me or somebody else. So, the main difference between these two pictures is in action. So, are you active or passive? If you make a cake, you are active. When the cake is made or finished, you are obviously passive, and you are waiting for eating this cake. Conclusion is, English has two voices, active and passive. The active voice is used when the subject of the sentence does the action. For example, people speak English all over the world. Subject is people. Predicate is speak. English is an object. All over the world is some adverbial for place. The passive voice is used when we focus on the object of the sentence. For example, English is spoken all over the world. English is subject. To be is. And spoken is past participle. Past participle is what? With regular verbs, verb plus d or ed. With irregular verbs, third column form from third column. Here we have one simple but very good example. He opens the door. Subject is he. Opens is verb. The door is an object. When we convert this active sentence into passive sentence, we get the door as a subject, is opened as a verb, in fact, is to be opened past participle, and by him is an agent. What is an agent? I think we will see that a little bit later. So there are 3 steps to form passive voice. What do you think? What is the first step of forming passive? The first step is to make the object of the active sentence into the subject of the passive sentence. What about the second step? The second step is to use the verb to be in the same tense as the main verb of the active sentence. And finally, the third step, to use the past participle of the main verb of the active sentence. When do we use the agent by, somebody, or something? When it is important to know who does the action, we use by, somebody, or something. The noun that follows by is called the agent. For example, that song is sung by my mom. So, My mom sings that song, and it's important information. My mom was the subject in the active sentence, but it becomes the agent in the passive sentence. Sometimes, when the agent is unknown or unimportant to the meaning of the sentence, we do not use by. For example, this sweater is made in China, so it's not important if some men, women, people in general make this sweater or made this sweater. Important information is that this sweater is made in one country, in this case in China. And the greeting of our little agent. Okay, the next question is, can all the verbs be used in the passive? Some verbs cannot be used in the passive because they have no object. Some of these verbs are sleep. When you sleep, you simply sleep. You don't sleep a blanket, you don't sleep a pillow, or you don't sleep a bed. Or cry. When you cry, you simply cry because you're sad. You don't cry a jumper, you don't cry a shoe, you don't cry a pencil. Or come. When you come because you want to come. You don't come a book, you don't come a bag, or you don't come a cap. And some more: happen, arrive, have, go, live, stay, walk. Don't be confused if you see that somebody says, I live my life, because that is maybe some exception. Another question for you. Simple present or past passive. Dear students, you have a few seconds to find the difference between these two sentences. The first is, this program is shown on TV. The second is, this program was shown on TV. You have magic 15 seconds to think about it. Okay, let's see the solution. Simple present or past passive. I'm sure that you found the difference, the form of to be. The first sentence is simple present passive, and the second is simple past passive. First, this program is shown on TV. To be is in simple present tense. The second, this program was shown on TV. To be is in simple past tense. I hope that it isn't hard. Look at the table. This is a short rule of forming passive. Verb to be plus past participle, ed, d, or third column. Present simple, am, is, are in positive, or am not, isn't, or aren't, plus regular, like invented, or irregular, like done, of do. Past simple, was, were, positive, or wasn't, weren't, negative, plus regular, like produced, or irregular like seen. Did you understand? Okay. The next important thing is positive of simple present passive. Let's see the table. Examples. Active singular. The teacher helps the new student. Passive. The new student is helped by the teacher. Plural active. The teachers help the new students. Passive. The new students are helped by the teachers. Questions and negative form. Simple present passive. Let's see another table. Singular active. Does the teacher help the new student? Questions form. The teacher doesn't help the new student. Negative form. Passive. Is the new student helped by the teacher? The new student isn't helped by the teacher. Plural active. Do the teachers help the new students? Questions form. The teachers don't help the new students. Negative form. Passive. Are the new students helped by the teachers? The new students aren't helped by the teachers. Okay, two pictures in front of you. In the first picture, one big city. Guess, New York City. Big American city. In the other picture, 3 green, delicious apples. Why are they here? Because we are talking about simple present passive using. When do we use simple present passive? We use it in general thoughts, opinions, and beliefs, like New York is considered the most diverse city in the US, or processes. First the apples are picked, then they are cleaned, and finally they are packed and shipped to the market, and they are ready for shopping and eating. Now I have an activity for you. Let's change the active sentences into passive sentences. 3 active sentences to convert in passive. The first is, Tom paints my portrait. 15 magic seconds for you. Let's see the passive. My portrait is painted by Tom. The second active sentence is, my father reads the newspapers every day. 15 seconds for you. Okay. The newspapers are read by my father every day. And the third sentence is, Mr. Brown gives us all the books from his library. Be careful. In this sentence, there are 2 objects and the passive sentences. Okay. The first will be, we are given all the books from Mr. Brown's library. So us from active turned into we in passive. The second is all the books from Mr. Brown's library are given to us. The next slide is about simple past, passive, positive. Let's see our table. Examples. Singular active. The teacher helped the new student. Passive. The new student was helped by the teacher. Plural active. The teachers helped the new students. Passive. The new students were helped by the teacher. And now, simple past passive, questions and negative form. Let's see the table. Singular active. Did the teacher help the new student? Questions form. The teacher didn't help the new student. Negative form. Passive. Was the new student helped by the teacher? The new student wasn't helped by the teacher. Plural active. Did the teachers help the new students? Questions form. The teachers didn't help the new students. Negative form. Passive. Were the new students helped by the teachers? And finally, the new students weren't helped by the teachers. Okay, 2 more pictures in front of you. Are you good at history? If you are good at history, I think that you know that in the first picture, this man is George Washington, the American president. Are you good at literature? If you are good at literature, you obviously know that this man in the second picture is one of the most famous English writers and poets, William Shakespeare. Why are these men here in front of you? Because we are talking about simple past passive using. When do we use simple past passive? When we talk about events in history, like George Washington was elected president in 1788, or the Hamlet was written by Shakespeare. When we talk about crimes or accidents, like 2 people were killed in a drive by shooting on Friday night, or unfortunately her house was caught fire yesterday. Now, another activity for you. Let's change the active sentences into passive sentences. The first sentence is, they took my bag, active. 15 magic seconds for you. Okay, let's see the passive sentence. My bag was taken. The second sentence is, the wind blew his hat down the street. 15 seconds for you. Okay, the solution is, his hat was blown by the wind down the street. And the third sentence is, Alice showed me a beautiful painting this morning. Be careful. In this sentence, there are two objects and two passive sentences. 15 seconds. Okay, let's see the first sentence. I was shown a beautiful painting by Alice this morning. So, object pronoun me turned into personal pronoun I. And the second sentence, a beautiful painting was shown by Alice this morning. I hope that you did it well. And now, exercise with 7 sentences about Fiat. Why are all these sentences in front of you? Because this is simple present and past passive homework for you. My students know that I adore homeworks. Okay, your task is to put in the correct active or passive form in brackets to choose one solution. For example, Fiat was started by a group of Italian businessmen in 1899. You can copy it down or you can take a photo. And I must tell you something. Fiat is produced in Kragujevac. And I'm from Kragujevac, and Kragujevac is one of the most beautiful cities in Serbia. Okay, I wish you good luck with homework. Now, I hope that you stand well with present and past passive, don't you? And my message for you is, good job, my students. Thank you very much.